That's how we go viral.
Yeah.
To all of our loyals. All, or as I call them, the Ocho. You're winking. We've got 8 listeners now.
Ah,
We have 8 listeners watching?
really?
No. Well, live we won't, but we'll get a lot of.
This should be our new song. That's how you should start it.
That's pretty good. That sounds like something before a cockfight. What is it? Like a very powerful rooster.
Do we get audio of like a horse dying? Yeah.
El Chapo?
El Chapo.
Isn't that the guy that,
Yeah.
eviscerated people?
Yes, the drug dealer.
I think that's the perfect.
You're live. Do you want to retweet?
Oh, okay. Well, did you tweet us a link at all so I can retweet it?
No, because my phone's doing all the Wi-Fi.
Oh, okay. Well, you know what? We'll just tweet this link later. Hold
Fair
on.
enough.
Forget being live. Who needs that? Who needs interaction? We've got Michael. We've got gorgeous Michael in the audience. All right, everyone.
Hold on. Can I go to YouTube and get the link off there? Because I subscribe to you guys.
Yeah, it'll showing. You know what?
Hey, you should have already got the notification.
All right. This is captivating.
Sorry.
Well, you don't have to start the show just yet.
Are we on the internet right now?
We
The
are.
interwebs?
That is the most ghetto.
This is how we did it. For this show last week.
Do you know?
I made Travis.
Is that what Aaron Hernandez-
To play the intro music.
That's what I feel like the music was in Aaron Hernandez.
That is the equivalent of walking in with your phone to film like a
Hey,
new
look who's,
Star
look
Wars.
who's coming in there.
Who's
now.
coming in?
You know.
Oh. You know,
What a coincidence.
That's repugnant.
That's repugnant.
Hey guys. Hey.
Welcome.
Welcome. Take a seat.
I do have a Hernandez joke. Should I say that?
Okay, yeah.
I don't see it. Hold on. Primary. Deal.
It's like just really
Social, right? I'm getting MP3 guys here. Because the email you guys got up, is it not?
Yes. I got it.
Okay. You send it out. Soft cover.
What was that?
Soft cover.
Okay.
Brian is
I
having
tweeted it out, guys. You ready to do this? You ready?
I'm ready. As long as
Yeah,
I'm
I'll be in the chats.
You're in the chat. I love it. We've actually, for once, got someone managing the chat. All right, folks.
I've never done that before.
Just sitting there live and talking. It's pretty good to have you managing that. All right, let's get it rolling. Go. Everyone, I want to welcome you to a very special start for the 2017 season, right? Even though
2017, 2018 we Super Bowl.
that is true, but I think that lands it in the 2017 season.
But it goes through 2018.
You know what?
2018 season.
All right, Mr. Nitpick. I want to welcome you to the first the first Papa's football podcast of the 2017 football season. I am your host, John Papa Giorgio. I am joined today by the lovely, the lithe, the nimble, dexterous, flexible,
Beautiful.
sexual, sensual.
Curly hair.
That's true. Brian Bolte.
That's me.
Do you have an actual pen light to provide like a little ghetto spotlight for yourself?
I didn't mean
For
to.
anybody gets any concussion.
That is amazing, yeah.
I don't want to check it
You
out.
look like you should have that in your mouth while you are bent behind a prisoner. As he fans his asshole. That's
I see we're going to the Aaron Hernandez segment very quickly.
and very special guest that Brian managed to book for us.
Makes him so hard.
You booked the shit out of him. Great comedic talent in the DC area. Travis Dorward, is that how we pronounce your name?
That is, you got it right.
You have one of those like very white names that's still kind of it's somewhat tricky for me to produce or pronounce.
I've gotten Dorwood, and
I've
that's
got
about
Dorwood
it.
right now,
Oh,
baby.
hey.
In fact, your shirt says Williams, you mind piece of shit.
Fucking trickster. Is that a stage name? Dorward?
I'm Quavius Williams. That's my real name.
Quavius, yeah.
My favorite thing about Travis, he has the same haircut as my 3-year-old.
It is downy soft. I feel.
Did you say Downsy soft?
Head and shoulders.
I feel like I'm petting a chinchilla seconds before the slaughter.
That's one direction.
Where do you slaughter chinchillas?
Wherever they make the chinchilla coats. I don't know how they do it. I picture really like the way Lucy and Ethel made wine. Like just a big bin full of grapes that they're stuffed with chinchillas.
He's a horrible person.
Source. Show's website is pfpod.com. Go there for every episode we've ever done. If you ever wanted a really grim laugh, you can go back to when the Skins traded for RG3 and we're just so full of hope.
That never happened.
Yeah, we just
Shut your whore mouth.
we gave away those picks for sport. Just we were so much better than the rest of the league.
Felt bad for the Rams. So.
Yeah, what the hell? Spot them a little bit. That was really tactical because then the Rams went on to win maybe I don't know, twice a year against.
Yeah, that was a null trade. No one won.
It did
They got
absolutely
They got a left tackle who can barely move, and
The Rams won the day we played them, and they sent their gang of first and second round.
Oh,
picks
that was
out
so-
there.
yeah.
That
I
was when the
laughed.
Rams won. I laughed too. It was funny as shit. Rams won.
What the?
I don't think any of those guys are on the Rams anymore, though. Maybe
Yeah.
Greg Robinson, but that might be about it.
Who the hell was their coach?
Jeff
Jeff
Fisher.
George. Fisher. I know Jeff George was the old running back. Yeah, when Fisher came out with his little like dyed, do you not despise his dyed mustache? Like I do. You're not fooling anyone, dude.
Well, speaking of someone who dyes their beard, I'm okay with the dye.
I forgot. You did a just for men thing with your beard.
I did.
Fun
Just
fact,
recently.
when my dad had a mustache, he looked exactly like that Jeff Fisher.
Really?
Yeah.
I feel that maybe 20% of the law enforcement population is just cloned from Jack Fisher. Like, it's the way they took Boba Fett to make the entire army of stormtroopers.
So let's not pick on Jeff Fisher for dyeing his beard.
Okay, all
Someone
right.
else want to look handsome.
I'm just like amazed that you actually keep enough facial hair where it's worth dyeing it for you. Like, I grow mine out, but then every couple of weeks I just shave it over the toilet because I'm a classy bitch.
Oh, that's a good idea. I shaved today, and all my hair is just all over the same.
Oh, yeah, no, you just kneel in front of the toilet like you had a good night, and then just dump it right under.
Really, I should just wait for a rainy day to go outside.
That's true. I love holding a high-powered electrical appliance in a pouring rain.
Right.
I see Terrence coming in with his Kansas. Come on in, man.
Oh,
We
Terry?
could, Terrence.
What up?
Kansas City. How, we might have to talk to him about impromptu.
Oh, are we going to do it around the league?
Well, didn't they just trade up and give away all their picks to get a quarterback?
Really?
Terrence, go grab that mic over by me real quick.
Well, you know, I mean, that makes
No.
sense. Can you
All right,
take
he's
the
got to
mic,
pee.
get in the bathroom?
Take the camera and watch him pee.
All right. We are broadcasting live. I know we typically do the show from
Studio.
yeah, an actual studio, but you managed to get us over to lovely Summers in Arlington, a bar that has been around since
Ever.
yeah, like I'm pretty sure my grandmother was knocked up with my mom.
In Summers?
Yeah, and the
Yeah.
Summers crapper.
We are in the new part of Summers because it's part burned down.
Really?
That's why we have the nice floors and ambiance here, if you did not have that.
Oh yeah, yeah, and I love all the lights, like the Christmas lights around the
I
place.
think they were just too lazy to take those down after Christmas.
Okay.
That's just my assumption.
I see those lights and I want to talk about how great it is to finally be at college and then drink Four Loko until I vomit and shit the pants.
I do like to know that's another show. Go watch John's Papa's Basement podcast from this week where he experienced Four Loko. Was it for the first
Yeah,
time?
That was your first time?
well, I had a couple sips of it. It tastes exactly like the disgusting, like what Pete, producer Pete's in the audience. What is it that you drink, Pete? Those horrible, is it like sex?
Oh God.
Sex on the beach from 7-Eleven, the ghetto ones?
I drink cocktails in a can.
Okay, yeah, you guys probably didn't hear that. He drinks cocktails in a can from 7-Eleven, and maybe the most white trash way possible, where he won't admit that he's going to have 4 on the night. I love you, Pete.
Little known fact, they use Four Locos to clean submarines. It's
Really?
right. A made up.
Okay.
But yeah.
Well, I've heard that back in the day they would use Coca-Cola to gnaw through like blood on a murder scene, like once they had photographed everything. You can just dump, and it would do, what was it, battery terminals.
Ah,
Yeah, but Four Loko probably could like melt through your engine block, so I wouldn't fuck with
I
that.
never supposed to be talking football, but I told you
Why?
briefly on Twitter. My old podcast, we did 2 Four Loko shows. The
Okay.
first one, you know, Tommy D.
Yeah,
Awesome
yeah.
guy, comedian from
Really,
Hollywood.
like a big guy
A
too.
big dude. He drank 2 Four Lokos during the show because we told him to.
Uh-huh.
This was in my old office. It was my office in the ghetto, and I had no bathroom.
Now, when you say the ghetto, what are we talking?
Springfield by the strip club where they wear,
Oh, Paper Moon.
not Paper Moon, that's the worst one.
Jonathan.
Paper Moon's truck,
Crabby.
20. He knows.
Oh!
He did it in the crowd. 1320 Club, and it's right next door to it.
Okay, it's right next to Paper Moon?
Paper Moon is down the block a bit.
Okay.
So this is even worse than Paper Moon.
Okay.
But it was Friday night. I knew he wasn't feeling well afterwards. He didn't tell us. He shut the bathroom door after him.
Okay.
He puked all over my bathroom. Shut the door. I go to work Monday morning. My office smells like death.
Four Loko, I just want to say, already smells like vomit. Like legit, I'm not saying that
Oh,
in
yeah.
a
But he-
comical way. Like,
Missed the toilet and left it over the
Wow.
weekend.
wow, so that was just baking in its own fumes.
My friend Len's go-to in high school is drinking Four Loko to cry. So
Really?
yeah, like every weekend.
I have a
Because he
feeling
didn't know
that,
he was gonna miss that night.
I was gonna say, I don't think that move has stopped for Len. When he started that in high school. It sounds like a college and post-college thing for him too. How's old Len doing?
He's not well. Just
What? No, not on that foundation. Come on. I can't believe in that. I can't believe in America. So we are over at Summers, which is going to exist for another, year or two before they're tearing it down for Nick Town? Isn't it? Is it a secret? Do we have to burn it down again for the insurance?
Because mattress places catch on fire all the time.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Oh, all those. We got
All
the
that
mattress
sex going
lines and
on.
stuff, yeah.
friction.
But yeah, I don't know if that's been announced, but yeah, this lawyer is getting tore down.
Well, it has been right now.
Yeah, you heard it here first.
Okay, yeah, it's to make room for mixed housing, so that we can have a 16-story high-rise, and then some sort of CrossFit box, as they call it, on the first floor.
I believe that you said it could be a Chipotle, but I think it could be a Baja Fresh.
Yeah, well, no, Baja Fresh is a step down. Even Chipotle isn't good enough now. I think I went to Zoe's Kitchen earlier today and spent $15 on some salmon kebabs. So
Look at you being all high class.
Gross.
I like that, right? That I can walk in and in 10 minutes throw down as much as I would have for the complete Red Lobster experience. And don't tell me what is the better seafood here.
I'm gonna have to go with whatever is not Red Lobster.
No, you are very cheese biscuits. Have you not had a cheese biscuit? Yeah. You know the rite of passage right before you're going to leave. You're like, look, we need another round, and then you wrap them up in napkins and you have to throw them into another container before
Dan the man too.
Yes.
Everyone's just coming. What up, Dan? I got nothing. That was just a general pleasantry, but we're recording a football show. That's all. If you want to,
Like, we're talking nothing about football here, so.
Right.
Okay,
I
cool.
saw
I don't
ourselves
know a
out.
whole lot about football at all.
What? Come on, really?
Yeah,
Dan's
I
a
know
European football guy.
I know I look like I do, but I don't.
Yeah, you do. Like you have that old
You look
like.
like a curling guy. You never.
Curling guy.
No, Dan. Yeah, you can't see him at home,
Oh,
but
yeah.
Dan has like close crop blonde hair and thick black glasses. Like you look like you would have worked for like NASA in the 50s or something.
Camera's right there.
Oh, that's nasty.
Is it NASA?
Oh, it's right there.
Come on up.
Nissan.
Yeah.
Dan was
Nissan, right.
Dan looks like the tight end for like Maryland.
Yeah, like before the team desegregated.
Yeah.
Well, we've got the entire off season to cover, so maybe we're going to take
Right.
multiple episodes to do that. But
Yeah.
I want to start with what was everyone's Super Bowl experience? Because we legit just stopped the show
No, Jesus.
before. Yeah, I'm getting like cold again talking about it. Like I was off football really up until about a week ago when you're like, let's do the show again. What happened this Super Bowl was enough to turn me off something I was legit addicted to. Like that was what I look forward to. That's what got me
But-
through every winter.
do you remember the night of the Super Bowl? I had all of our guests ready to do a show next week. I was so pissed. Gino Visconti, you name it, all the comedians that we had previously. I was so blown away with that Super Bowl. I'm like, we're doing a show. We got to get Of course, I never made it happen. So I'm a piece of shit. But I was so fired up.
You are.
I'm a huge piece of shit.
You were pumped at the time, you're saying?
Yeah, it was fun.
And then just the wind left your sails.
Shit happens, and you can't leave your house because of children, etc.
Yeah.
But you actually experienced the Super Bowl in other ways that we can't. Weren't you in New York City?
Yeah, I went with producer Pete, again, in the audience. Pete, if you want to throw on the wireless, it's right next to the Bills fan with a look of permanent disappointment on his face.
Yeah, I'm here.
One eye's at 7, the other's at 9.
Always have the
So we were initially going to that Monday see, I think, Eugene Levy and Catherine O'Hara, aka Eyebrows Guy and the mom from Home Alone.
Okay.
And we were going to see them Monday in New York City, get interviewed by Ron Bennington. Now you're a radio guy, you're like, oh, that's fucking great. Yeah, we get to go to the Sirius studio. It's a free thing.
Yeah.
It's like a fishbowl. I think they call it the fishbowl. It's like 20 people.
Yeah.
In the entire studio. It's amazing. Like we saw Penn Jillette there. Like I can tell you how Penn's crotch smells. It's good. It's like a lavender. I was that close.
John has a show on Papa's Basement on YouTube where he interviewed Bennington.
Yeah. Ron
daughter,
Bennington and
By
his
the
daughter,
way,
yeah.
one of the only people to.
Hold on, are you actually on mic or?
I don't know. I have it
Is it
on.
on?
That is correct.
Give him some
I
juice.
said, by the way, one of the only people to have interviewed Ron Bennington in like the last like 10 or 15
Your mic
years.
seems to have died, but this is why. Here, hop on, man.
Like Hernandez.
Yeah. you were waiting, Mr. Shoehorn. Grab my mic. Oh,
It needs new batteries. Just let me get some batteries. Go ahead.
okay, yeah. Get some batteries because that's going to be faster than you walk into the mic right here. There's a CVS right down the street.
There's also a wired mic right next to him.
They haven't torn that down yet. Right, yeah, there's a spare XLR cable right there next to your Amazon box if you want to just grab that. So getting back to the story, Pete and I were going to see these two like improv legends. We're a couple months into our improv training at that point, if you will, and we're like, that would be amazing. We'll be inspired, and who really needs an excuse to travel to New York and fucking see Ron and shit? Like they recognize me at this point at Sirius, and not for bad reasons, like when they keep Anthony Cumia out of the building.
They're not doing it until you get rid of it.
Yeah. There wasn't like like I had stolen from the mini mart, like a picture of me saying "Do not let in" behind the front desk. I would have just gone up and would have been cool. Who doesn't like Eyebrows Guy and the lady who forgot Kevin and the most implausible plot ever?
So one day I'll be known as something like that. Eyebrows guy, or the one who forgot my kid in my car or something like that.
Oh, you are
I was
you are
down in
now
traffic.
shoe polish goatee. That's your Indian name.
Hey, that means my facial area is just for men. Just for men.
You died for that. So we're like, screw it. That's gonna be Monday. We don't really want to have to travel up the same day, like early as hell. We did that once before. We parked right next to the radio station, sprint upstairs, come back down 90 minutes later to I think a $55 parking tab.
Sounds
God,
great.
God bless
That
New
is
York.
correct.
And then we can hear you now. Yeah. And then Pete also treated himself to I think what was it, a $17 pack of Marlboro Blues?
It's $14.
$14. Thank you.
Worth every penny, right?
They're fancier up there. It's a circumcised cigarette.
They're that much that you better get cancer from them.
I want to shit out of them.
I can taste the cancer.
So we didn't want to rush it, and we figured, hey, it's Super Bowl Sunday the day before. See some friends and watch it in a bar and make like for a slightly more memorable event than just getting a Subway party platter and beating yourself to death by halftime.
I don't know how that's better. But
I know, as soon as
what do you mean? That sounds great. That sounds amazing.
Yeah. No, we did that a couple of years ago. I think with Jimmy John or some shit. Bought an entire $50 platter.
Is that not just a Tuesday? I don't know.
Yeah, so back your friend with the four logos and his bad habits. I stood in judgment. So we drive up to New York and we go to a bar in Harlem, which 20 years ago would have cost us our lives. But gentrification happened, and it was weird to see like a legit segregated crowd where it was like 50% white people, the majority of them screaming for New England, and maybe every black person in the crowd unified, like just in a way.
Were they for Atlanta or just against the white people?
No, for Atlanta. Well, that is blurring the line. Yeah.
Come on, New England has white wide receivers.
They probably have 3/5 of the white wide receivers in the NFL.
Their starting lineup last year,
They have Kevin-
Amendola,
Edelman and Kevin Hogan.
and Hogan. Their starting lineup was white wide receivers.
And they just got like the one other white running back in the league, Rex
Yeah.
Buckland or something.
Okay, I remember.
They didn't grab Peyton Tillis off the scrap.
They'll bring him back.
Peyton Tillis is in some ditch right now. Probably.
Just clutching his old Madden cover. People want to say there isn't racism now. Fucking Peyton Hillis was on a Madden cover of the fun. So Pete and I are there, and I was getting off because like a pretty cute girl in a New England jersey was near tears going into halftime, and I mean just started screeching at the audience like, "You don't even like the Falcons, you just hate New England. Why?" And she literally had a black friend there, like almost like a translator. she turned and she was like, "Honey, they've won like 4 rings already. Why don't you get this?"
Was it sexy tears where you had half mask in your pants?
Is there any other kind?
Okay, that's I don't know. Not like a good cry to be a voter.
Yeah, exactly. Like you don't beat off at the end of Blair Witch. That's how it's done. So yeah, I personally, anyone here, you don't look like pieces of shit. I don't think anyone's in New England, right?
He's got a Casey hat on. He's a Bills fan, so he's
We
had
have an awesome group of fans right now.
Yeah, no, this is just being a DC fan where it's what 30% Redskins fans,
That's true.
20% Dallas, and then the rest are like, well, I moved here from X. I would like the Skins if they didn't suck, but they do, so I'm sticking with my shit.
I drove through Boston once. New England.
I sniffed Tom Brady's crowd.
I watched Ted 2 twice. So we're watching the game. Atlanta, I believe, early. I like how I'm recapping the most memorable Super Bowl of our time. Atlanta at one point was up. Spoilers, dominance. If you still got the game on your DVR, you might want to turn this down in the next couple minutes. So Atlanta, what was it, early in the third, is up 28-3.
Right.
The New England girl has legit walked outside because she can't take that shit. There's Pete again. What was the name of like the white Krishna-looking guy who was? Do you remember this asshole? He gave us.
To remember these individuals.
Yeah, you are.
Ooh, that's tough.
Come on, dude. Take your autism pills. Don't forget these things.
Adam.
Okay, Adam. Yeah.
No, he made that up. No, that's whatever. Sure.
It's Adam. Yeah, it's Adam
Yeah.
Watson.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Adam's walking around. Adam is the physical incarnation of gentrification. Just this fucking gangly white guy who's grabbing every black dude in the bar and taking a picture with them, and then immediately handing him the phone, and he's like, "Add yourself on Facebook."
That's
Mom,
right.
I had one.
Exactly. Like asking everyone.
Roger looks like a New England fan.
Roger, are you a New England fan?
Oh, stock market. I'm not really a sports guy.
They don't like sports.
It's gonna, where
They hate
are you?
themselves too much. They enjoy
You follow
sports.
the stock market and you're here today. Summer's going. Why should you know something better
I
feeling?
need a hobby, but they both make me laugh.
He's tired of counting his money. Maybe he is a New England fan. They love counting his money.
I like how just anyone who even says they're into the stock market, I immediately picture them swimming through a Scrooge McDuck coin ball. Like, oh, stocks. Do you also know this term bonds? must be filthy rich.
Diversified portfolio, much like the bar you were at, is very diversified.
Yeah, so this, back to the bar. Do you like that callback? This guy Adam is walking around, literally grabbing any black person he can see. Yeah, he can.
Like the 1700s.
Yeah. He would have killed back then. Literally and figuratively. And I'm laughing at it because it's a great vibe in the place. Like, oh no. He found a sealed can of San Pellegrino that I've been. Did Adam become your Facebook friend? So right behind me, there's a guy. I don't want to say anything offensive, but possibly Hobo stash.
No.
Okay. Oh, not at all. All right, so there's a sealed can of San Pellegrino on the shelf, on the little windowsill right behind me. No, that's what he's looking at.
And he's got it!
Okay. He's a sealed can. Oh,
Sorry, guys. We had this little face for us.
yeah, no, we had a little side action going on that. We're gonna see how long it took for the can to get picked up. Who
Time
has
is it?
45?
Travis wins.
All right.
And he's gone. Yeah, he took it. Travis, you won. Sorry, guys. We have our own little bets that we make previous to the show.
Do you, if you see any sort of like sealed food stuff, would you?
In Arlington, hell no.
Okay, yeah.
I just assume it's like some type of angel dust.
I'm a gross man. Like if I
So
see,
gross.
yeah, your French fries covered in the lettuce that fell out of your burger and the half chewed chicken, I'm just like, ooh, garnish, and I'll eat those fries. But what, like a childhood viewing of Full Metal Jacket, where one of the guys who didn't have a name, like just Dead Soldier 6, like sees a teddy bear on the ground and is like, ooh, teddy bear, and grabs it and like a fork line, just like gets him, yeah. And I'm like, I will never touch anything on the ground again.
Like about the stories about you'll grab fries from anywhere, floor flies, wherever.
Yeah.
I know you'll put your mouth anywhere, and so I like you so much.
That's true. I'm glad you did your facial hair.
That was a blowjob joke. Took me a minute.
Yeah, we still going around it. But
I hate Travis so much.
so yeah, Adam is doing his thing. I was gonna say something bad, but we have a crowd, so I can't say these horrible things anymore.
You guys are horrible things. They're all
Everyone looked like the white people were sad, the black people were happy. It seemed like a joyous occasion. New England was going down in flames.
which was I was celebrating. I was so happy when that was happening.
Like I remember that exact moment. And it was
I was
as
probably texting you horrible things.
as a Skins fan, you're like, look at those fucking idiots letting Kyle Shanahan go. This is exactly what we deserve. Like, I love the Redskins, and I grew up when they were winning, but I never want them to be validated in any way. Like, any personnel move they make, I want to be the wrong move.
You don't want their offensive coordinator for 2 or 3 years to look good? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I want them to have let him go, not because of a talent thing, but just because Dan Snyder's a little twat.
Ah, gotcha.
And he goes to another team and, honest to God, reinvents NFL offenses for the next 20 years. Like when they let RG3 go, I wanted him to 19-0. That's just how I am as a Skins fan. I don't know about you guys.
I did the same.
Okay, yeah.
I went into below it up.
It hurts me when they're right. Like when his little bird shoulder, like what would that be? Like I guess his wing bone. When his wing bone shattered Mr. Glass style, not even before the end of that first game as a Brown, I was like, they were vindicated, and that makes my tum-tum hurt. And similarly, as the game went on, the Super Bowl went on, for the life of that offense, they couldn't get anything going. I'm like, maybe Kyle Shanahan is a piece of shit, because that's how one should judge an NFL career, right? Just on the basis of one game. That's a good
The
sample.
second
size, right?
half of one game.
Second half, yeah.
Guys, it's not that hard. When you're 23, just call a fucking run play. It's not that difficult.
I mean,
his genius was blown up. Okay, first down, throw the ball. Second down, throw the ball. Third down, throw the ball. Fucking run the ball. You're winning, you dumb shit. You got 2 great running backs.
They looked like they were playing not to get have the Patriots come back.
But it was 28-3 in the third
Yeah.
quarter.
It was really absurd. I mean, I think everyone loves an armchair quarterback, but honest to God, what you said, at 28-3 halfway through the third, like, can't you like crunch the numbers and just take a knee like
I was
the
gonna say,
entire
take a
game?
knee.
Like, I
Get
don't.
your fullback 3 times.
Yeah, like couldn't they have hired Bettis? Just like got him on the Concord or however that still works. Yeah, like, come on.
They could have used Payne Hillis.
Yes, Peyton.
Pull him out of the ditch.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
all.
Yeah. But
Let
then
go of your man and
yeah, but now your Xbox 360 copy back.
My precious.
Precious. Payne Manning, or Payne Hillis is in a cave and he's real life speed.
R.I.P. Let's miss you.
Yeah, legit, there will be video of him like when we found Saddam Hussein. Coming out here and shit. So I watched that comeback, and as an adult, short of that debacle, was that like 4 years ago with Denver, where they were down 96 to -8, 4 minutes into the game.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, this is literally over, so let's just play some video games and call it a night and eat our $50 hoagie platter. I walked out like before the end of the game. A New England girl had sauntered back in, was suddenly just loud mouthed about how they were unbeatable and how great it was. And it just, again, I don't really care for the Falcons. I'm down with any team that hasn't gotten a ring, getting a ring. That's always a great story, right?
Like
Except the Eagles.
Fuck the Eagles, but fuck the Eagles.
the fact that it was, and I think, John, I don't know if you were the same page as me. The only teams I hate as much as Dallas or Pittsburgh is New England. I think New England's my second most hated city.
I don't mind New England. It's not.
Really?
I'm the
Racist.
Cool.
Fucking racist.
All right, everyone, that was Travis Short. Travis is your head here.
Don't let the door hit you with words.
Where are you performing at? Your mic's not working now.
No, do you guys hate them because they win? Is that?
Yeah, they're despicable. And I feel that, you know, that the way some people are like, Donald Trump is just playing 4-dimensional chess with us, but he actually just had a stroke while tweeting. Like, that is Belichick for real. Like, if you've ever, I know that we had that movie, I Am Legend, with the shitty ending with Will Smith.
Yeah.
But like, the real ending to the book I Am Legend, he realizes like the vampire people are the new people on Earth, and he, as a human, to them. And so for like the good of them, he's just kind of like, yeah, fucking kill me. Like, I need to go. Like, similarly, I feel for the good of the league, ring, like Belichick just needs to, like, you know, get someone with the black jihadi clothing behind him. Like, charities in the league, this is happening. And that's, you know, like, you can fly the head over Gillette, whatever you want to do with it. Like, and be like, Bill's always watching. And just like have it dangling from the Goodyear blimp or whatever. I don't give a shit what you do, but like, the guy is kind of above and beyond really any other coach. Like, is there another coach in the league where people are like, okay, which of the Harbaughs is the Ravens coach?
John.
John. I think before this season, the Ravens might have been up 1 game versus New England, like in the overall, like I want to say they maybe like beat them 7 times, lost 6 times, and people are like, he's a fucking genius for having to let, like, it's so over the top. And then of course now I think Belichick is like at least at 50% versus everyone in the league. And similar, I think the narrative was also there with like Denver is the only team with even a slightly winning record against New England during Belichick's tenure. And he evened that up. And I was like, okay, you know what? This isn't cool.
But who else can re-sign players for pennies on the dollar? Like Brady's contract.
Brady's contract isn't fair because his wife makes $100
Aaron
million.
Hernandez's contract. Oh, just too soon. So
Brady pays the fucking cable bill in this house.
I understand that. But he should be making a lot more money. We got Kirk Cousins looking for $25 million a year, and Brady isn't making that.
Yeah, because Kirk's wife Julie does nothing.
Why do you know Kirk Cousins?
You don't know that
You don't know
all over the internet.
Oh,
Oh God, you don't spend enough time masturbating on Reddit. So once you're done, you have to look at other pages. And the football.
These forums says he does.
I go lefty actually.
Yeah.
You were right.
The more you know. Oh.
Exactly.
We don't have much time. Do you want to get some of these? We got a Kansas City fan, we got a Bills fan. Do you want to make fun of them, or do you want to just keep going?
We can keep going for this one, I guess, and then once we get in the swing of it, we're able to record Oh, 7:44. Yeah, we should bring
I
those.
was curious, you know.
No, that's cool. Yeah, so once I'm done with that, I go to the NFL subreddit. And one of the recurring themes is just how in love Kirk Cousins is with his wife, Julie. I don't know her maiden name, so I'm not a complete pervert. We'll just call her Julie Cousins, because that'd be her legal name, I guess. And yeah, they just bust that out. They're like, you know, how eternal is Kirk's love for the Redskins, for example. Of course, the following comment will be like, not nearly as eternal as his love for Julie. And just look up Kirk Cousins, Julie Cousins. It'll be nothing but stupid fucking memes. Yeah. Want to do Aaron Hernandez before we exit? Or do you want to just wrap it up? I think we wrap
Wrap it up. Let's
it.
go we from here. Those fan and
What part of the rope did Aaron Hernandez use?
Oh, okay. I don't know. What part of the routine?
The tight end.
John, don't laugh.
Get it?
The man killed himself, in case you didn't know.
Hey, no, shit.
Well, I guess we can go out on that. So next week we'll get to Hernandez. Week one was just us talking the old Super Bowl.
No, let's go to hit Hernandez real quick.
No, that deserves 30 to 45 minutes.
Well, it's kind of old news, but
Yeah, I have like a chalkboard. I want to try and do the layout of this.
are you gonna read all the scene?
Yeah. Then
Are we gonna put some soap down on the floor
to show where on the doll I was touched. The whole thing I gotta go in.
Next week, we can prove who's actually on homicide. We're gonna SVU this.
Well, you know, because this is the podcast that's popular right now. It's this crime scene podcast. So
Yeah.
maybe we could reenact the internet.
Well, I think the only way, what podcasters are realizing is the only way to provide insight into a murder is to actually committed it. We're gonna get to that point, right? Like, what was that damn Jake Gyllenhaal movie, Nightcrawler?
Oh, yeah.
We're gonna hit that point.
I just want to reenact the. I want to be Aaron Hernandez. You get to be his lover.
I was gonna say, yeah, why would you
Was
want
that, is that what happened?
don't reenact the hangings for you. That Tuesday when they served nice scrambled eggs and then I got hanged with my boyfriend at your house. That would be nice. Aaron Hernandez, who was apparently. That's how insecure I am. of my
Before we
family.
wrap it up.
The gay part was me as Aaron Hernandez all for the.
All right, we're gonna wrap it up with this. But was he, or was it because he's serving 2 life sentences? He said, fuck it. I'm not gonna have an interaction.
No, did you hear the real reason? You don't know about it?
More like, did you?
No, I know why he helped himself. He thought he would get paid. That's not happening. But if you have 2 life sentences in jail, your life is that little area of jail. Are you just gonna say screw it, or getting blown by a dude? I know Travis would. He's thinking about it right now.
Yeah.
You if I got like a parking ticket. I don't even get in jail.
I've been in apartments probably the size of that cell, and I didn't have guards kissing my ass for autographs. Certainly didn't have apparently like a live-in boyfriend 2 feet away, so I wasn't getting any either. Yeah.
He's not ever getting out.
I just, you know what?
You might as well get in.
Okay.
Hey.
Before we get to like the legit like. You kind of want to be spent. Like, I want to just make sure life is as garbage as it seems. So Aaron Hernandez is a fit dude of like, what, 27 or some shit? Like,
But he's got 2 life. He's done. He's in jail the rest of his life. Might as well find love.
all right. Well, you know what? I do want to dedicate a whole episode to that. Travis, is there anything you want to plug? Do your Twitter handle, dude, and thank you for coming on. If you want to come out next week or.
Thanks for having me. Twitter is @Travis Forward. Nothing special.
There's also Drunk Travis, your second account.
That's Drunk Travis. I haven't used that in a while, but I might pick it back up.
Okay. I liked it. Was it not a picture of you with oven mitts on holding a 40?
They're not other bands, it's tape, duct tape.
Not tape to the 40. Okay. Brian?
Listening to this on the interwebs, don't know even how. Fuck you.
That is true.
And don't fall anyway, shaking my hands.
All right. That was inspirational. I am John Pop Giorgio at Pop is Basement on Twitter. Main show is popsbasement.com. This is located at tfpod.com. Subscribe to both on iTunes for each site for that. Facebook.com Papa's Basement, youtube.com/Papa's Basement. And yeah, that's everything. So guys, thanks again.
I'm
and-
at Pete Maybe, producer Pete Maybe, at PeteMaybe.com.
No, that doesn't sound right.
PeteMaybe.com.
But you did.
I'm smoking another cigarette.
Come on, let's do the techno movie before we
I don't know what it is for you.
All right.
Thanks for being on, Joe. You're amazing.
Oh my God.